Breaking news, my wonderful people. IPOB, they don't carry waka, go meet SOLUDO'S commissioner for insecurity in Anambra State. In other words, they said the man who say na in charge of the insecurity in Anambra State, whereby say the man know they do the work. So they don't carry the waka. Come they call SOLUDO'S, say make them got the man arrested or make them grab the man, put him inside kiri. So my wonderful people, greetings to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. I don't land again, no. I don't land like Commissioner of Education. Commissioner of Education, weighing all his children, even his extended family, all of them they study for abroad. But they come to Nigeria and want to become Commissioner of Education. Now Nigeria, you can only see this kind of nonsense. So I don't land like Land Rover. I'm landing from Sri Lanka. Now there I just the land from this morning. So make I bring this Ubunga news. Come give on this Monday morning. So make on they subscribe, they share, they like, and also they comment. All the very, very important part and all the very, very necessary. Because without you, there will be no good daily talk. And without my kind of news, there have no, you know now. So I don't want to go into details so that people don't begin to blame me now on my comment section. So my wonderful people, please make on do what? Make on support this channel, because the only duty you can perform or your only contribution should be to be sharing, commenting, liking, and also subscribing. Make sure that as you watch finish, your next door neighbor is aware of what is happening in the social media. So please, my wonderful people, let us go straight to the reason why we are here this morning. I don't want to talk too much. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has reinforced its accusation on the Commissioner for Homeland Security in Anambra State, Mr. Chikodele Anara, of being responsible for the insecurity in the state. The group had a week ago made the same allegations, saying that the commissioner runs a group of armed men who they accused of perpetuating insecurity. Anara had, however, denied the allegations, saying that the group was being sponsored to tarnish his image. In the latest press statement by IPOB, which was signed by the spokesperson of the group, Mr. Emmanuel Powerful, the group called for the arrest of the Commissioner for Land and Home Security in Anambra State. The group listed some Anambra communities in Oka North local government area as the area where Anara harbors armed men and have been terrorizing indigents. The atrocities happening in these communities, Oka North, were masterminded by the Anambra Homeland Security Commissioner, Chikodele Anara, aka Ibakeba. Wahala no they finish you. This one is what we used to call Wahala Pro Max. Anambra State Governor must investigate his Homeland Security Commissioner, Chikodele Anara's relationship with some criminals operating at the above-named communities and Ogbaro. We maintain that Chikodele Anara, aka Ibakeba, is sponsoring these criminals operating in these communities. He should be questioned about what is happening at the Isi Odo, Ugu Aboshi, and Achala, and those who are operating near her sister's house. Well, my dear Governor of Anambra State, Chukuma Charles Mbafu Soludo, but when a child is crying, pointing at one particular direction, it's either the mother is there or the father is there. In any rumor, there is an atom of truth, according to my Oyibo people. So it is high time for you to investigate. This accusation, it have not come once, not twice. This is the third time the accusation is coming on this your so-called Chikodele Anara, aka Ibakeba. I don't know which kind of minister can be this one. Anyway, let us proceed, my wonderful people. The commissioner, Anara, must explain why his security outfit refused to chase those criminals away. Is it because they are partners in crime? Maybe or maybe not. In a previous reply to IPOB's accusation, Anara said Powerful has been in contact with him, trying to extort him over a publication he said he intends to release. He has been out to blackmail me and has been calling me since then, and I have told him expressly that I will never part with a kobo to him. Okay, this one is counter accusation upon accusation. Well, let us proceed. At least, so let me bring to your limelight or also to your hearing about the so-called Anarachi Kodele is now in defense of the accusation being leveled against him by a more powerful or some IPOB members in the house. SOLUDO'S commissioner denied being responsible for insecurity in Anambra State. Anambra State Commissioner for Homeland Security Chikodele Anara has denied an allegation against him by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, that he was using the security state operatives, Anambra Vigilante Service, to cause insecurity in the state. According to IPOB, they had through a press statement signed by its spokesperson Emma Powerful leveled numerous allegations against Anara. But the commissioner in his reaction, which was made available to Daily Post in Oka, revealed that IPOB and Emma Powerful were on a blackmail mission after several attempts to extort money from him. The commissioner also named two of his kinsmen, names withheld, as those sponsoring Powerful against him after he wrote a petition against them over a murder charge, for which they were arrested and detained before they allegedly bribed their way out and fled the country. He said, in 2022, a man Powerful called me and told me he had a story against me. He demanded that I paid him money to drop the publication. He later called again and told me the same story, which I ignored. He has been out to blackmail me, and that has been calling me since then. And I have told him expressly that I will never part with a kobo to him, according to Chikodele Anara. Today, he has gotten his friends, two brothers who are involved in a murder case here in Isunochi, Isuanocha, Oka local government area, Anambra State, names withheld, and they are sponsoring him to rise against me. I am not surprised about the write-up. The truth is that Emma Powerful, whoever he is doing a paid job. I have severally invited him, if he is genuine, to come for a meeting if he thinks he can help solve the problem of insecurity we are facing in the state, according to Anara. I need to inform Emma Powerful that the Anambra Vigilante Group has existed for many years before I came into office and was not created because of IPOB, which is a new and recent creation. Anara is the Commissioner for Homeland Security, a ministry that works directly with the indigenous security outfit of the state, Anambra Vigilante Service, which has been greatly applauded for helping police and other security outfits in the state to tackle insecurity. The group recently apprehended and handed over some criminals in the state to police. Anambra State Police Commissioner CP Echang described the apprehended criminals as members of IPOB militant arm, Eastern Security Network. Everything IPOB must be involved. Everything they must call Eastern Security Network. Whether Eastern Security Network, I cannot say. Anyway, let us continue with our news because I must do my job on daily basis. Stop calling Bishop Oyedepo and other pastors fake for supporting P2B. Payment Ayodele laments. The leader of Uri Evangelical Spiritual Church, Primate Elijah Ayodele, has cautioned Nigerians against referring to Bishop David Oyedepo of Living Faith Church, Pastor Paul Eneche of Dunamis International Christian Center, and other pastors that supported the Labour Party presidential candidate P2B as fake. In a statement signed by his media head, Osho Oluwatosin, Primate Ayodele asked Nigerians not to blame the pastors because they wanted a change in the country. He made it known that they didn't give prophecies. Rather, what they did to support Obi were declarations and prayers. The man of God explained that the opposition candidates didn't even listen to the prophetic direction given to them in order to win the election, and they should even be blamed, not the pastors that supported them with their pastoral callings. He said, people should stop attacking men of God who supported P2B for the presidency. You can't blame them because all they want is change. The country is hard and they want a change. They didn't prophesy. All they did was prophetic declarations. The lives of Paul Eneche, Oyedepo, and others didn't give prophecies for P2B, but they prayed for him and declared, according to Primate Ayodele. When you say Nigerian pastor disappointed you, it is just funny because those that even get prophetic directions for opposition candidates, did anyone listen to them? That is the question that led for many to answer. I said then that Tinubu was ready to take the victory by all means. And I also told Obi and Atiku what to do to win the election. But did they do anything? Why are you blaming Nigerian pastors? Question left for the Christians in the house to answer. The man of God further clarified that he isn't talking about men of God who said the swearing in of Tinubu as president won't hold, but those who use their pastoral platforms to send support and prayers for Obi. Ayodele added, I am not talking about pastors who said swearing in wouldn't hold. I am talking about those who stood with Obi during the election using their pastoral platforms. There is a difference between prophetic declarations and prophecies. The former is about your will before the Lord and pronouncement that God should shift situations. They are not God. They just wanted a change. Stop blaming the prophets for whatever happens in the country or in the so-called Nigerian country, according to Primate Ayodele. What I will do if Tinubu calls me for any appointment, this one is coming from ex-governor, yes, from Wike. You have become ex now. And I wish he will still dance as independent and they sweet us. I wish we can still remember that song, Now, you are no more excellency. You are ex-excellency. That is one thing about this life. Because that you are blessed today does not mean another person cannot be blessed tomorrow. You keep on loudly shouting on your voice. Nobody can do you anything now. Your voice is no more heard again. No more calling for interviews in your private residence, crossing leg and asking questions with a toad or frog voice. Now, you are talking about what you will do if eventually APC president call you for appointment. Please, my dear people, hold on to your faith. Let us hear what this former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, has revealed his position on accepting any appointment from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's not going to happen because he's not going to appoint you. If you can betray your own party, which you are a sole contributor and also a financer, jump to APC, you will also betray them one day if they wrong you. So nobody is going to appoint you. You think all this one, they don't know your tricks? They know. You and the FFK are the same. You go where the crowd is many. Nigeria report that Wike, during a recent interview with BBC Pidgin, said only God can decide his next move. Everything they keep calling God. Now God make you to squander River State money, just only consulting a flyover left, right, and center. This was with me well. The ex-governor said, for someone who had worked for the past 8 years in the government, racism should be paramount, and it is what he had decided to do. When asked about accepting any appointment from the federal level, Wike said, Tinubu is here to discuss anything with him. Okay, you are waiting for him to discuss. My dear, you are not going to see anything. However, if the former governor of Lagos State offers him an appointment, he would ask his wife and friends about their thoughts before accepting it. Okay, now, because it's your wife and your friends are the one that is going to do the appointment with you. Dara. Wike added he will also ensure that he is ready to accept such an offer or not. Just admit because you are going to accept it. This one no be say abeg. Wike he don't come out again. He come react to as Tinubu appoints Gbadabiamila as his chief of staff COS. Former governor of Rivers State Nyesom Wike has reacted to the appointment of the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, Femi Gbadabiamila, as the Chief of Staff to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nigerian report that Gbadabiamila's appointment was confirmed in a statement signed and released on Friday by the State House Director of Information Abiodun Oladunjoye. In a statement titled President Tinubu appoints Gbadabiamila as Chief of Staff, Senator Ibrahim Haji as Deputy Chief of Staff, and George Akume as Secretary General of the Federation. The Nigerian leader also appointed a former Deputy Governor of Jigawa State, Senator Ibrahim Haji, as the Deputy Chief of Staff to Gbadabiamila. While the immediate past Minister of Special Duties, Senator George Akume, was appointed as Secretary to the State of the Federation, SGF. Reacting to the development, Wike said he was impressed with the Gbadabiamila's appointment. Are you sure? I thought you are waiting for him for you to be named the Chief of Staff to Tinubu because you helped him to rig election in Rivers State. Give Tinubu benefit of doubt. President may perform better. This one is Ifulefu Okechukwu of APC. The Director General, Voice of Nigeria, VON, Mr. Osita Okechukwu, has appealed to the Nigerians to give President Bola Tinubu administration the benefit of doubt to reshape the social economic status of the country. President Tinubu may turn out to be the nullifier of our economic stagnation and the resegmento of our giants of Africa status. Given his earliest signposts, Okechukwu, foundation member of All Poverty Congress, APC, said while interacting with the journalists in Enugu on Sunday. The DG, Voice of Nigeria's appeal, followed the undirected views held by many Nigerians on President Tinubu's controversial antecedents. Okechukwu posited with journalists like most Nigerians are adamant and are wittingly or unwittingly underrating President Tinubu. According to him, history has numerous records of presidents who came to power with high expectations and ended up poorly in people's assessment. Okechukwu gave an example of the rare courage President Tinubu demonstrated within a few days with the exit of fuel subsidy, a canker war, and the suspension of dual foreign exchange rate. A food is ready capable of corruption, according to you. You are praising Tinubu now, Okechukwu. Let me remind you, you are praising Tinubu now for removing fuel subsidy. But let me to set the record straight. Fuel subsidy was ended by the past administration. He only here to carry it out, and he started it on a wrong side of it. Okay, let me also remind you that 2013 or between 2012 and 2013, when Goodluck Jonathan says fuel subsidy is an organized crime, he wants to remove it. This same person you are praising now gather boys and everybody full street protesting that there's nothing like fuel subsidy, that they should never try such a thing. Now you are praising him that he removed a cankerworm in our system. My dear, let us be mindful of how we say things, because whatever you say today will come back tomorrow to haunt you, and that's exactly what is happening today. On Wednesday, the NLC, Nigerian Labour Congress, will embark on nationwide protest and strike. Let me see how he will handle it, because he did it to Goodluck Jonathan. They will also did it to him, because one good turn deserves another. That is exactly the simple English you to qualify what is happening now. He did it against somebody, and another person will also do it against him. So if you are killing with sword, be rest assured that it is sword, that same sword will come back to haunt that person until the end of his or her life. He cited in the course of the interaction, courtesy of the national interest, The instance of Warren G. Harding, an undirected 29th American president who appreciated at the end of his tenure. He said that Harding just did not seem to go any respect from historians or citizens and was viewed as a kind of political laughingstock. Yet, nothing bad happened to the country during his stewardship. He didn't get the nation into any interactable wars. He quickly pulled the country out of the steep recession inherited from his predecessor, Woodrow Wilson. He then presided over a robust economy, including real gross domestic product growth in 1922 out of nearly 14%. Look at what this man is making. Look at what he's using to make reference to us. Something that happened 1922. Who knows how many decades? For God knows how many decades. You are bringing it to this 21st century, whereby our politicians have devised means of siphoning everything that belongs to the public. According to some set of the government, they said 3.1 trillion naira already is up for this fuel subsidy, but they entirely want to end it so that they can pocket that money for their own selfish use. And you are here referring to us what happened 22 years ago in the US. Okay, let us use the current government of US to compare with that of current government of the Nigeria. That is the truth. You put to stop too much. 14%, one of the best years of economic expansion in the country's history. Civic unrest, substantial during Wilson's time, declined significantly during Harding's tenure. Makinde, he don't buy street hawking, roadside refuse dumping in Oyo State. If you are banning street hawking, remember, most of our 8 parents who have nobody, who have no help, this is how they do what? This is how they survive. When you are banning all these things, make sure you also provide them with another means of livelihood, so that there will not be enough of a lot of cops in your state, so to say. So, my dear governors, Seyi Makinde, make you do what? Make you apply caution when you want to do something like this. Governor Seyi Makinde has banned street trading, that is hawking, and indiscriminate dumping of refuse on roadside across Oyo State. Nigeria report that Makinde disclosed the latest development on Sunday at the Thanksgiving church service at St. Peter's Cathedral, RMO Ibadan, the state capital, to commemorate his second-term victory, while warning citizens on the state to desist from dumping refuse on the roads and avoid street trading to ensure a safer environment to investors to invest in the state. The governor also noted that his government will not tolerate any act of indiscipline, thuggery, hooliganism, and any act of violence that could disrupt the prevailing peace in the state. Bishop of Ibadan, North Anglican Diocese, where named by Right Reverend Williams Ala Dukigbe, presided over the Thanksgiving service, which the Deputy Governor Adebayo Lawal attended. His wife, Mrs. Ajebola, wife of the former governor of the state, Chief Mrs. Mutiat Ladoja, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Adebo Ogunduye, Chief Judge of the state, Justice Iyabo Yerima, Senator Benga Babalola, and the former Commissioner, Dr. Wasiu Ola Tubosun. All of them is in attendance. Speaking further at the event, Governor Makinde maintained that it was important that the people of the state adjust their lifestyles. He assured that his administration will provide a favorable atmosphere for people to comply with the directive, pointing out that his administration will no longer tolerate any act of thuggery or violence from any group or individual in the state. We need to upgrade our lifestyle, especially dumping of refuse on the median of roads, dumping of refuse at every junction, and street trading. We want investors to come into Oyo State, according to Makinde. If we want Oyo State to rival Lagos State, then we have to change our lifestyle. Do not say that Makinde is wicked in this second time. We will provide an atmosphere to ensure that people comply on the issue of insecurity. There cannot be development when there is no peace. During the election, no one can say that he was beaten or molested. I went to the parks and garages and was told that I will find a way to match them together. But someone said that he could not work with them, according to Makinde. We cannot have two governors in Oyo State. All the bad ones, we will deal with them at the due time. We are on top of the situation. Have you given me the opportunity of second time? I thank you and God for giving me the opportunity to serve for another 4 years. I stand before you today to say that the second time will be better than the first time. I will serve the people to the best of my ability. I want the church to pray that I will finish it strong, Makinde said in the church. Also present at the occasion are the former deputy governor and the national deputy chairman of PDP, Taufik Arapaja, Ambassador Ronke Adefobe, Wole Oyelese, head of service, Miss Olubunmi Oni, Chief Bode Amao and his wife, Chief Miss Elizabeth Mojo Yinola Akinyele, Dr. Saka Balogun, Chief Sunday Ogunlade, Chief J.G. Adetoro, Dr. Deji Omole, and Magaji Joseph Tabwe were also at that said event. Articles head Daniel Bwala have listed positions Tinubu should not appoint politicians to occupy. Daniel Bwala, a spokesman for the Atiku Abubakar, the 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), has advised President Bola Tinubu ahead of the constitution of his cabinet. Bwala listed 5 offices Tinubu should not appoint politicians to occupy. Tweeting, Bwala wrote, "No 16th biggest test would they appoint of this," according to Daniel Bwala. Number 1 in the list is National Security Advisor, which he have already appointed Nuhu Ribadu. Number 2 is Minister of Economy. Okay. Number 3 is Director General of SSS and NIA. Number 4 on our list is Minister of Petroleum. Number 5, Central Bank Governor. He must not appoint a politician or quash politicians for any of these roles, or else he will repeat his history. Tinubu was inaugurated on the 29th May in Abuja. This was after he won the 2023 presidential election. He defeated Atiku P2B of the Labour Party and Rabiu Kwankwanso of the New Nigerian People's Party (NNPP). However, Atiku and Obi are contesting Tinubu's victory in the court because they claim the election was flawed or marred with irregularities, according to the news we got here. Well, we have the last year but not the least. As the case may be, Ugwanye's name is in the good history. Ohaneze warns against attacks. Ohaneze Igbo, Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization, has warned against what it called a hatchet plot to discredit the immediate past administration of Governor Ifeanyi Ugwanye in Enugu State. It cautioned those behind the set plan to have a rethink or regret their victims or actions. The Igbo group said Ugwanye bequeathed to the coal city a secure and peaceful state when some other states were battling one security challenge or the other. I totally disagree with you people on this. The issue of Eha Amufu is still fresh on the minds of the citizens of Enugu State. Most of them have been displaced from their homes, from their ancestral lands. Most are taking refuge in IDP camps. And you are here telling us that Ugwanye left Enugu State. Very good. I wonder how you people are doing your assessment. But to my greatest surprisation to hear this from the so-called Ohaneze Ndiberibe. In a statement by the national president of Ohaneze Ndibo Youth Council worldwide, Mazi Oku Nnabuike. Anyway, there's no point even lamenting on this, because you people have been paid to praise people even when you know that the person have gone wrong. Defending what is not defendable. That is what we keep seeing in Nigeria. He said the former governor will not be forgotten in a hurry. Oku said in a society where the youths have become so restive, owing to years of neglect, Ugwuanyi adopted an approach which ensured that Enugu remained calm. On behalf of the entire Igbo youths, we salute His Excellency, retired Right Honorable Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, the immediate past governor of Enugu State, for giving the people an atmosphere of peace and security. We have it in good authority that some hirings being backed by enemies of the state are preparing an onslaught against the former governor. This is to warn them to drop such plots or be exposed for who they are. Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi should be celebrated, not vilified. His dynamic and economical style of leadership is worthy of emulation by anyone who wants to succeed in public service. For the past 8 years, the people of Enugu State enjoy peace and security even when the other states were experiencing one security breach or the other. This one is a paid publication, and I can attest to that. Call me anywhere, I will defend you. I will defend my claims. He equally lauded the former governor for what he called aggressive rural development and huge investment in education and health sectors. He added that the youths were also part of the major beneficiaries of Ugwuanyi administration by having the opportunity to occupy many important positions, unlike what obtained in the past. So we are solidly behind him and we defend him to the last. And I hope you people also defend him when he being called in court or when he being probed by EFCC or DSS, because the kind of looting our people are doing these days, I swear to God, it is unimaginable. It is very, very unimaginable. You are defending what is not defendable. I hope you can go to Eha Amufu and make this statement. Let me see. If you live there alive, then thank your God, thank your Chi. Because the people of there is bittered. A place that has been occupied by almost 90 to 100,000 occupants. They are not up to 50,000 now. The rest is a history. Mass burial in that state under the regime of Ugwuanyi, and he still have the guts to come out and tell us that he have done well. Which area that he have done well? He said he lived the state in a peaceful atmosphere. How? The system of Nigerians defending what is not defendable is where I'm having problem with them. I know it's a paid publication, but whoever is paying you, you say your name is Nabike, I've been Nabi here. My brother, if you know what happen today, it will happen tomorrow. Omen is Omen on one. Yes, so you can praise him for all I care, because it didn't happen to any member of your family. But very soon, I can see Yabagono. Then you will know how to defend what is not defendable. Just continue, Only one bagume. Continue on that trajectory of lie. Lie Muhammad set of people. Well, my wonderful people, please, I don't want to go further into this very, very buhaha or shenanigans coming from Enugu State or coming from the office of the Igbo Youth Council or Youth General President, or whatever he called himself. Well, I will come back again with another blockbuster. Please, as you watch my content, make sure you do what? Make sure you are subscribing, liking, and also sharing. It is very, very important and very, very necessary. After I come your way again, my name never change. I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk. Have a nice day, and may the Almighty God bless us all, the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. I'll be right back again. Bye for now. Kemisiano.